Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our in-person, live, synchronous moving up ceremony. And hopefully the rain clouds will stay away. My name is Angelo Ancona, and I'm the assistant principal here at H.C. Crittenden Middle School. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the H.C. Crittenden class of 2021. Please stand and a great round of applause. Will everyone please rise for the pledge and remain standing for our national anthem? The flag is right over there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last evening, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets that flared almost bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Good evening again, and welcome to H.C. Crittenden's Moving Up ceremony. I would like to begin by thanking the Board of Education, Dr. Lamia, Dr. Kaltenecker, Mrs. Cunningham, and Ms. Lappel for their support and encouragement throughout this profound school year. This year has, without a doubt, been one like no other in any of our collective minds. It has been a year that has seen many challenges, a year which began isolated, masked, distanced, and has now become one where we're connected, unmasked, and together once more. Throughout this trying year, we kept what matters most to us, our children, at the forefront of every decision that we made. Our children will be the leaders, the scientists, the teachers, the politicians of the next generation. They will need to replicate the successes and the steadfast resolve of this past year in order to start leading their future. That resolve and steadfastness starts in our schools with a supportive and loving faculty. At this time, I would like to ask our faculty to please stand and receive a well-deserved round of applause for their support of our 8th graders over the course of this past year. A year, again, which has been like no other. Their care for our students is very much appreciated. Thank you. And congratulations to all of our graduates today. And now I introduce you to the superintendent of the Byram Hills Central School District, our budding meteorologist, because she said we could do this between 6 and 8 today, and we believe her, Dr. Jen Lamia.
Well, hello, everyone. We did make it. Neither a pandemic nor a threat of cicadas, a bear, or storms could stop the class of, you say 2021, Mr. Walsh and I say the class of 2025, from filling this field tonight for a grade 8 moving up ceremony. The first grade 8 moving up ceremony on this high school field. Congratulations to all of you. Yes, clap. Clap, clapping, clap, clapping. Tonight, I'm not going to talk about COVID-19, masks, perseverance, struggle, or growth mindset. Although those conversations and personal strides in each of those areas should not be understated. You have been champs. Students, I owe you a debt of gratitude for doing it right. I am so incredibly proud of you. Tonight, I want to leave you with an uplifting concept to ponder, an idea that I think is enduring and it interests me. So why wouldn't it interest you? I mean, I do have the mind like you do. It's about transitions. Transitions actually start with endings. You're ending your time at HCC, a place where you made connections to others, a place where you embraced #kindness, painted rock messages, and modeled ways to be safe for younger students. You ended well, leaving behind you a culture for others to follow. Now you're in the time of transition. How does transition make you feel? No matter what your answer, you're not alone. Our nation and our world have always been in transition. While transition may not always be comfortable, transitions actually get you somewhere. It can be a change, it can be exciting, and how you transition makes up your personal development. During this transition, think about what I like to call your toolbox of experiences. Reflect on them and look to keep filling that toolbox in the future. Lastly, remember, your transitions have an ending, and you get to start anew. In September, you're going to enter the big house, the high school you will call home for years. Every opportunity will present itself to you. It's where you will meet every ending with a new beginning. As T.S. Eliot said, the end is where we start from. To the class of 2025, carry your experiences forward with you and know that with each ending and transition, a new beginning will be here to greet you. Best of luck, 2025. I'm very proud of you.
And now will Mason Smith, Ashley Stengel, and Ava Schoenhardt please come up? Just start right here.
Ms. Perfetto, you've been with us since we started at HEC in 6th grade. You've been helpful with your guidance, care, and kindness, and are always there when we needed you. Whether it's helping us stay organized or creating fun wellness activities, we appreciate what you've done to help us grow and prepare for the high school. You've done a good job because we know we're ready to move up. We'll miss you.
Ms. Perfetto.
Hey, Mr. Ancona, I'd never imagined it would be this hard to put 3 years worth of memories, laughs, and smiles into a couple of sentences. Thank you for constantly looking out for each and every one of us. You always make sure we're on the right track and getting to where we need to be. For the 3 years we were lucky enough to have you as our assistant principal, you've always made sure that we were safe and, most importantly, having fun. The effort and sacrifices you've put into making sure we'd have a great last year of middle school have gone a long way. From a personal point of view, you've always been there for me, always checking in to see how my day was going. And if I was stressed or upset, you'd always grin and make a little joke to cheer me back up. It worked every time. Mr. Ancona, you are one of those teachers that honestly want to see their students succeed. Your selfless actions push us towards that common goal every day. So thank you for everything we can't list right now, but will remain as vibrant memories for the rest of our school careers. You are a very special person who we will miss terribly next year.
Miss Laffel, a truly great principal is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. This is how we think of you. Thank you for all you've done for us. We will miss you.
And now our fearless leader, Ms. Lappel.
All right. Look at this weather. What a night. Good evening and welcome to our Board of Trustees, Mrs. Canner, Mr. Berlin, Mrs. Stengel, Superintendent Dr. Lamia, Deputy Superintendent Dr. Kaltenecker, Assistant Superintendent Ms. Cunningham, High School Principal Mr. Walsh, esteemed faculty, parents, and friends. What a year, what a faculty, what a class. What an achievement we have accomplished together. When we began this school year, it was full of uncertainty. Could we stay in school? Would we be safe? Could we actually learn in a hybrid model, a model that we and most others had never tried before? You guys think about it. 6 months prior, in March of 2020, we hadn't even really experienced a meet, and Zoom was not part of our vocabulary, except sometimes how I drive. Miraculously, the answer to all of those questions is a resounding yes, and we can all agree that it happened because of sacrifice, dedication, and determination. And the cornerstones of our success really have been kindness and positivity. Sacrifice, dedication, and determination have been a constant driving force within our HCC community. As a collective group, both our faculty and our students were required to adjust monthly, weekly, even daily to constantly changing mandates from the state. We watched our faculty and staff work tirelessly, revising and recreating lesson, units, and educational learning experiences that ensured that our students' educational experience possessed the same rigor and engagement that has been the standard practice at HC Crittenden. Without hesitation, our faculty and staff gave of themselves during and after school hours to ensure that our students were well cared for. To our parents, you became teachers at the dining room table, monitors of the screen time, and servers of lunch. Thank you for your partnership to allow this forced experiment to be a success. And most importantly, to you guys, our 8th grade graduates. We have seen your dedication to your middle school experience. You adjusted to a new schedule, wore a mask to protect yourselves and others, even on the hottest of days last week, and you committed yourselves to be active learners, more responsible for your success than you've ever had to be in the past. And you sacrificed. You sacrificed traditional time together, trips like the Boston and Washington trips, and even traditional lunches at your usual tables. But within every storm cloud, there is a silver lining. There were some important lessons learned. You added to your toolkit. And I would like to highlight a few, so let's consider what's been gained this year. Number 1, simplifying our lives. For a year, our lives were scaled back, and we were more present to one another. We were given permission, actually we were given an edict to stay at home, be with our family, reduce our worries about friends and popularity. The treadmill which we often run on to keep up with others was turned off, and we had permission to slow down, go for a hike, play a family board game, use your imaginations, and worry a little bit less about what everyone else was doing. Second lesson, maximizing opportunities to learn and engage. This year, as a collective group, we were given greater permission to move away from the traditional ways of education and the ways that we learned and explored topics. And although formal tests and quizzes were given, our community shifted our learning experience to rich tasks, group projects. With formal tests kind of shelved, we valued feedback over the numbers. We valued comments over letter grades, and communication replaced traditional assessments. And as a learning community, we were forced to slow down, listen more, and move forward in a nurturing way. And I think we can all agree this was hugely successful. Well done. And finally, embracing new friendships, and I think this one really speaks to you all. Even though we were socially distant, everyone opened up their circles of friendship. As a result, your 8th grade class became closer. Recently, one teacher noted to me how connected all the kids on her team were. And earlier in the week, a parent had mentioned to me that with our unique lunchtime setup, which I'm so sorry for, we had to do it, but it was a unique lunchtime setup, and the remote classes that were smaller, it brought an opportunity for her child to forge new friendships, meaningful friendships, which probably would have never happened. So, as normalcy returns, I challenge you to hold on to these lessons that have made our community fuller and your lives healthier. Do not jump back on that treadmill. Be present to one another. Remember the importance of a warm smile. Moving forward, be brave and remember the opportunity that new friendships provide you. Continue to seek out and welcome new friends. It will only add to your high school experience. And keep your eye on the prize in your academic lives. Celebrate your progress. Value growth over grades. So, when we consider all the previous classes that have passed through the halls of HCC, and we've had many, and they've been really impressive, you guys, your accomplishments stand alone. You have been the leaders of our school body, the role models for this school this year. You have set the standard for your schoolmates during this pandemic, and that's a lot. You have made this year a success. You were kind, you were positive. You arrived at HCC as 6th graders, and you were so full of personality. Mr. Ancona, he and I remember that day so vividly. And you'll still leave full of that personality, but with a purpose, and you will be extremely prepared for the road ahead. We are so proud of you. Mr. Walsh, the H.C. Crittenden Middle School class of 2021 has successfully completed the approved curriculum and, having met the necessary requirements for promotion, is entitled to the admission to Byram Hills High School. Mr. Walsh, it is my great pleasure and distinct honor to present to you the Byram Hills High School graduating class of 2025. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Miss Lappel, I have to tell you that I prefer this much better than the stage at HCC. I'm always freaked out when I'm on that stage because it feels like I'm about 1 inch from falling off. So I have had a year to be away from that stage, and I'm happy to be away. So thank you very much. This is a little unusual. Brian Melso, who's over there doing all the sound and the video, he can attest to it that I am not very good at giving live speeches. I usually require about 20 takes before I get it right. So this is like riding a bicycle again, getting back up to do a live speech. So congratulations to our graduates. Very excited to see you here on our campus. I am very excited to welcome you on Wednesday so that you can actually get inside the building and see where you'll be starting. And on behalf of the Byram Hills High School faculty, staff, and student body, it is my distinct pleasure to accept and welcome you as the Byram Hills High School class of 2025. So right now, you're familiar with the stands and you're familiar with the turf. And like I said, on Wednesday, we're going to get you into the building and you'll start to become familiar with the halls and with some of our processes and procedures. If you remember one thing that I say here this evening is that the next 4 years of your life will go by in a blink of an eye. And I can really tell you that when 4 years from now, wherever it is that you convene with your class and you're about to graduate, you will look back and you'll say, where did that time go? And I know for your parents out there right now, they're wondering how you got here to this point already, an 8th grader ready to go to high school. And I can tell you that your next 4 years are going to be the fastest of your life. So before I welcome you in, I did want to extend a thanks to all of your teachers, staff, and administrators for preparing you so well. And please join me in giving them another round of applause for getting you to this point. So it's only 78 days from now that you will be entering the high school as part of our 58th class in our school's history. And we're extremely hopeful that our opening will feel much more traditional than it did this year. And my hope is that you're going to take advantage of all the opportunities that come your way at the high school. Those next 4 years, when you look back on them, I want you to get involved, build quality relationships, take those risks, get out of your comfort zone. And the faculty and staff are extremely excited about your arrival in September. And it's going to be on September 1st, and we've already begun making plans. One of those plans is to have our clubs and activity fair right here on the turf so that you can experience all the things that we have to offer. So Ms. Lapple, Mr. Ancona, and Ms. Perfetto have given me a great review of your 8th grade year, and academic excellence, extracurricular participation, when it could happen, and student leadership were highlighted as those strengths of your class. And that development is going to continue in high school. And I'm confident that you're ready to be successful to reach our high standards. So again, please have a wonderful summer, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the 1st of September. Ms. Lapple, the faculty, staff, and student body of the high school accepts and welcomes the class of 2025 with great enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Okay, a couple of housekeeping things before we end. The certificates that were going to be handed out today, we will mail to you because we thought it was going to rain, so we thought that they would get wet. So they're already in envelopes ready to be mailed out. The montage and video featuring the HCC class of 2021 will be available on Wednesday during the breakfast at HCC. So we will send that out Wednesday morning during the breakfast. And now, Ms. Lapple, are you ready? Students, when I call your name, please come and pick up your roll t-shirt, which is acting as a diploma. You will line up on that side of the field, and your last, which way? You're all going to come this way, one at a time when I call your name. And your last official test is going to be the pacer test, because we're going to take a lap around the field when at the end. Okay, ready? Jared Aberman. Alice Adelgren. Antonio Afonso. Christopher Amanetto. Matteo Amacucci. Sage Auster. Declan Barry. Bryce Baskine. Michael Bellantoni. Jack Bender. Noah Beneroff. Sebastian Bergstein, Jacob Berland, Remy Berliner, Joseph Berman, Theodore Berman, Jordan Bernstein, Sarah Bershad, Amy Block, Tyler Bond, the next row, if you can stand and just maybe walk over, the whole next row, second row. The whole second row, just walk on. Start walking. Sorry, we didn't rehearse this because but they're doing great. Michael Bordoni, Harrison Boyd, Charlotte Brown, Layla Biles, JJ Calveo, John Cavada, James Cavallero, Brody Seisler, Lauren Chase, Charlotte Shawin, Emma Cohen, Wolfgang Cook, Alex Coutier, Connor Dallas, Jason Daly, Jordan Daly, Sloan Daney, Hudson Dean, Gaetana DeCarlo, Amelia Deeks. Next row. Antonia DiVincenzo, Brian DiPietro, Aiden Dooley, Sydney Dordick, Amelia Doherty, Ari Dreilinger, Catherine Dyer, Kira Eckert, Devin Eater, Zachary Afobe, Perry Ertel, Octavius Esposito, Ethan Fowler, Sabrina Feng, Dahlia Flores, Ariana Foreman, Laurel Fox, Ava Frankel, Addison Freeman, and Alexandra Gann. Sophia Getz, Olivia Gelage, Ishan Goel, Alexa Goldberg, Emily Goldman, Gabe Goldman, Casey Goldstein, Spencer Gutzeit, Shane Gordon, Sarah Gretsch, Emily Greenfield, TJ Guido, Zoe Harris, Diego Heredia, Miguel Heredia, Marley Herman, Peter Honig, Mason Jacob, Owen Jacobs, Kayla Jakai. Emma Yarl, Mark Canner, Charlotte Karp, Samantha Keltz, Haley Kirschner, Noah Klugman, Chloe Cole, Evelyn Krumenhol, Inara Lalani, Isabella Lamberti, Caroline Landsman, Sebastian Lashmet, Aiden Leibowitz. Owen Lee. Daniel Leff. Adam Lefkowitz. Lincoln Lentini. Andrew Levy. Jake Levy. Thomas Levy. Okay, students standing over there. Students standing over there, if you guys can distance a little bit more, move all the way out to the field. Guys, move all the way out to the field. Okay, next group. Maya Lisnerski. Aiden Lipton. Cooper Lipton. Ethan Lipton. Christopher Lombardi. Fatima Lopez Martinez. Nicole Lynch. Julia Maharis. Molly Malter. Tyler Mariscott. Savannah Mathis. Chase Matisow. Andrew Montner. Evan McCauley. Kaylee McLaughlin. Mary Melchionda. Gabriella Murley. Mia Murley. Darian Messina. And Serena Mesh. Next row, please. Good. Layla Miles. Ariel Molina. Maya Malloy. Alexandra Mon. Amanda Monaco. Kiara Monteforte. Kayla Moracho. Riley Morris. Betsy Munoz Martinez. Arjun Nair. Eve Nepo. Connor Newman. Gavin Nichols. Ryan Nichols. Cole Nitschka. Nicholas O'Donnell. Sebastian Olego. Henry Padilla. Aiden Padley. Maeve Padley. Next row, please. Isabella Pantusa. Sarah Park. Sophia Parada. Jaden Pinsky. Liam Porter. Addison Rappaport. Harley Rappaport. Leah Rappaport. Taya Reichenbaum. Abigail Rondeau. Audrey Rosenberg. Jake Rosenberg. Benjamin Rothenberg. Ava Rudai. Ella Saltstein. Paige Shaliro. Aiden Schisler. Drew Schneider. Ava Schoenhout. And AJ Cedrish. Next group, please. And the last row, once they come up, just line up right behind them. Thank you. Olivia Selkin. Aris Severino. Alex Shagani. Justin Shagani. Noah Scheinberg. Kaylee Shinar. Noah Shinar. Dylan Shulman. Alexa Schuster. Evan Singer. Ryan Singer. Haley Sirkin. Mason Smith. Noah Sokol. Ariana Solis. Charles Sutton. Alessandra Spino. Ashley Stengel. Aaron Stein, Max Stern, Derek Zwerk, Grace Tambini, Morgan Taddeo, Maya Taub, Maddie Testa, Vishal Thadani, Jordan Tolchin, Lydia Varghese, Alana Vincicera, Sophie Vies Westwarren, Jay Wagner, Everett Welly, Tristan Visa, Spencer Wilk, Luke Widlin, Jojo Wolf, Emmett Wolin, Derek Wolvius, Jackie Wu, Luke Youngblood, Adriana Zawajek, Nicholas Zepieri, and Kyle Zhang. Congratulations to the BHHS class of 2025. I'll call them 2021. We're going to take a lap around. Make sure that you stay socially distanced. And have a great night.